Hello, and thank you for jumping online to do this mystery shopper training for Anytime Fitness Inquiry No-Show Follow-Up Training. My name is Nick McClenahan. I'm the founder and CEO of Human Experience, and it's my job to step you through what's required to be a mystery shopper for these inquiry mystery shops. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'll step you through it. Okay, here we go. So the client is Anytime Fitness. Now, if you are an existing member at one of the Anytime Fitness clubs that we assign you, or you have inquired with this Anytime Fitness club before, you are not eligible to complete that particular mystery shop. Please notify our team and we'll look at allocating you either a different client or a different batch of Anytime Fitness mystery shops instead. Okay, so Anytime Fitness, as we know, is a client. We hope this training video gives you a clear overview of their unique requirements. Anytime Fitness is the largest fitness club chain in Australia with over 500 clubs around the country. Now, your role as a mystery shopper is vital in giving them feedback on the experience of their prospective members, both what they're doing well and identifying areas for improvement. Now, before you start this mystery shop, this is vital. You will need to save the phone numbers for every club you've been allocated in your phone under the correct club name. You need to do this for two reasons. It stops you from getting confused about which clubs you are calling and receiving calls from, and you will use screenshots on your phone to show when calls were made or not made and when calls were missed from which clubs. Please refer to your confirmation email to ensure you have the correct club location and details. This is particularly important with this client. With over 500 clubs around the country, it can get confusing. For example, there are 3 Anytime Fitness Armidale clubs, one in Victoria, one in New South Wales, and one in WA. So you definitely need to make sure that you get that detail right. The details of your mission. You're going to inquire at the club either via phone call or via a website inquiry. Our team will tell you what type of inquiry we want you to do. When you speak to the staff member, they should lead you through a series of questions to find out more about you and then proceed to invite you into the club. If the staff member invites you in, make an appointment to go into the club the following working day. That's really important. The following working day, you'll make that appointment. Don't show up for that appointment and record what follow-up you receive. Okay, so the report. Once you've finished your mystery shop, we will ask you to fill out an online questionnaire about your experience. When you hit submit, you will receive a confirmation email immediately after your submission, and that's how you know we've got your report. Your report will come through to our quality assurance team, who will quality check your report. If anything is unclear or missing, they will reach out to you for that information in order to approve your report as valid. There are 2 stages to this report. We will pay you $10 per valid report. I will say, because there's so many Anytime Fitness clubs that we mystery shop, if you do a really good job, it's possible for you to literally do dozens and dozens of these over a series of months so that you can get a lot of mystery shops under your belt and earn some extra cash. So the criteria of your mission. To begin with, if we allocate you a phone inquiry, obviously you've got those phone numbers saved in your phone. You will make a direct phone call to the club on one of the days and windows of time the Human Experience team have given you in your confirmation email. I will say here, we live in a big country with a lot of Anytime Fitness clubs. Please make note, if I'm calling from Queensland and I'm calling WA, I need to make sure that I'm calling in WA time and everything I note in my report is in WA time, not my local time. So that's also a really important detail. Leave a voice message if the phone is not answered and give the club 24 hours to call you back. If you miss the club calling you back, call them back as soon as possible. The onus is on you if you miss that call. If the club sends you a text message or email, do not respond. We want to wait for them to pick up the phone and call you. If you left a voicemail and you have not heard from the club in 24 hours, that's when you can submit a screenshot of your call history and submit your report. I will say here, it's 24 working hours. So if you call at 11 a.m. on a Friday, you need to give them until 11 a.m. on the Monday to call you. So 24 working hours. Saturdays and Sundays don't apply. So still on a phone inquiry here. When you speak to the staff member, inquire about pricing. That is the most common question that these clubs get when people call up and inquire. When you speak to the staff member, you should be friendly, but let them take the lead. Answer their questions in that friendly manner and keep your answers as close to the truth as possible. If you were looking to join, what would your goals be? When the staff member invites you into the club, book it in for the following working day. That's really important. Your report will not be valid if you book it for later that day or next week, the following working day. Let them take the lead, but don't invite yourself in. If they don't invite you in, you'll make a note on that report and you won't make an appointment. Now, when you hang up the phone, assuming that you haven't made an appointment, click save and resume on your report, and you can come back to it when you're ready to complete stage 2. What happens when you hit save and resume? We'll send you a unique link. I just saved them on my laptop, and then I can come back to them and pick up the information that I've already entered there. One small note though, make a record somewhere else of the date and time you spoke to the staff member, as this is the one area of a partially submitted report that does not save, just the date and time. Okay, so now let's assume that we've allocated you a web inquiry instead of a phone inquiry. So again, you've got the phone numbers saved in your phone because you need to identify the club when they call. To begin with, you'll need to make a web inquiry on one of the days and windows of time that the human experience team have given you in your confirmation email. Again, pay attention to the local time zone. If you are in a different time zone, you need to be calling the club and make in their time zone and making the notes on your report in their time zone. Please note that our team may direct you to make a web inquiry a specific way. They might ask you to click on Get Started or Membership Inquiry or Contact Us. Please follow these instructions. If no specific instructions are given, make the web inquiry and use it using one of those buttons on the website. Take a screenshot of your inquiry and the confirmation page that the inquiry has been submitted. This is a necessary item for your report to be valid. You need that screenshot. Okay, so then hopefully the club is going to call you. Answer that call. If you miss the club calling you back, call them back as soon as possible. If the club sends you a text message or email, do not respond. Wait for them to pick up the phone and call you. When you speak to them, you're going to inquire about pricing. When you speak to the staff member, you should be friendly, but let them take the lead. So answer their questions in a friendly manner and keep your answers as close to the truth as possible. If you were looking to join, what would your goals be? When the staff member invites you into the club, book it in for the following working day. Let them take the lead. Don't invite yourself in. So if you're on the phone on a Friday and you're speaking to them and they ask you to come in, book the appointment for the Monday, the following working day. Saturdays and Sundays don't count. Now, this is where you can hit save and resume on your report and come back to it when you're ready to complete stage 2. Remember, a unique link will appear. You need to copy and save that link so you can pick that report back up. But make a record somewhere else of the date and time that you spoke to the staff member, as this is the one area of your partially submitted report that does not save. Okay, stage 2, your missed appointment. So as the mystery shopper, you were never going to go in for that appointment. They don't know that. First of all, this is why it's so important you make the appointment for the following working day. You're going to check whether you received any confirmation of your appointment that morning. Call, text, or email. If they do call you to confirm, you don't need to take that call. You should receive a phone call within 1 hour of not showing up for your appointment. Please make yourself available to receive this call. If you miss it, you should call them back. In preparation for the call, please have your mystery shopping report open and have a prepared response as to why you haven't shown up to the appointment. Mix up the reason. You know, if you're doing a lot of these mystery shops, we don't want our mystery shoppers saying the same thing all the time. It could be that you got called in on work, or you forgot, or you didn't get a good night's sleep last night, whatever. Just make it up and mix it up. Don't commit to another appointment. If you haven't received a call within an hour, you're going to give the staff 24 working hours after your missed appointment to call. So let's assume you made the call and you spoke to the person or the web inquiry, but you spoke to the staff member on the Thursday. You book in your appointment for 11 a.m. on the Friday. You are going to give them the 1 hour passes, no phone call, but you're going to give them until 11 a.m. on Monday, forget Saturday, Sunday, because they're not working days, to potentially follow you up. If 24 working hours have passed since you missed your appointment, you can submit your report and answer no to all the questions in stage 2. Stage 1 and stage 2 of the report is now complete as soon as you hit submit. A few final notes for me on these mystery shops. Read through the online report questions before you complete each stage to ensure you have the questions fresh in your mind. then complete the report as soon as possible once you've spoken to the staff member or the time period has elapsed. Be objective and tell the story in your comments. It's not our job to judge or criticize or even give your opinion. You simply need to run through what happened, expand on your answers. If you answered no to something, tell us why, what happened. It's really important. Those comments are really important so our reports can be used as a coaching tool. Make sure you get the names of every staff member you interact with and don't be afraid to ask for it if you missed it. I tend to do that towards the end of the phone call as it doesn't make it as suspect that you're a mystery shopper. You'll be asked to upload screenshots of your web inquiry, your web confirmation, and any calls that you may miss or receive from the club. So the sooner you submit your report when it's due, the easier it is to find the calls in your phone to take a screenshot of. And that's it. So now you've watched this training video, you just need to do a quick knowledge check that will run through some questions about this training to ensure you are comfortable with the requirements. Once you've done that knowledge check, send us a quick email to let us know that you're done. This is actually a great mystery shop because if you do really good reports, we can keep allocating you mystery shops because there's so many clubs across the country that we need to mystery shop. So it's a good one to get trained up in and can be quite handy to earn some extra cash as a mystery shopper. Thanks for tuning in for today. Bye.